Oh, hello there. Welcome to my final entry of the Great Guitar Build-Off, a 2022 challenge. This one is about a lot of sanding. There's some spray painting. I'll be doing electronics, final assembly, and then there's going to be a little demo. Without further ado, let's start. Yes, time for my favorite part. Loads and loads of sanding.
And beneath you, waiting for you to drop in your condescending presence, a tribute to your envious thoughts of us together, a match made in a public bathroom stall. Did we forget everything we meant?
I love sanding.
Anything at all? Don't you want what everyone wants? Just a little more than most, choosing vanity over romance. Another joke you will ignore. Phones drum, heads down.
So for the cover of the control cavity, I will be using magnets, as I said it before. There are some practical reasons, but you can see that in the previous video. That's what I'm going to do next. Drilling some holes, putting some magnets in, and make it nice.
Paralyzed by Wi-Fi intimacy, there's no way to try before you buy, and what you'll get remains to be seen.
So I decided to mount the tailpiece before spray painting, also because, well, I want to make the tune-o-matic holes as well, but in order to do that properly, it's nicer to put two strings on and then move the tune-o-matic around until you have perfect intonation. Like this, I don't have to play around with the saddles too much when everything is put together, and like this I'm sure to have a nicely intonated guitar before I even drill the holes for the tune-o-matic.
Did you come here again through a friend's persuasion? Post-graduation resent, little to no fixation. Are you trying to prove you're more than just...
Okay, so this part is always quite intimidating. I need to drill an axis for the ground to get from the cavity to the strings, which I'm gonna do through the tailpiece. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Success.
Another Instagram account, your own integrity, you ironically keep going on about. Discover the subtle art of wearing stupid quite well. So scared to give.
Okay, so I really wanted to complicate my life even more by putting a color onto the top, which would have meant that I would have had to use a little brush and paint in between all the little parts of veneer, which would have been very, very tedious. But just before I started, I had a doubt and I asked the internet, and the internet said, no, don't do it, let the wood speak for itself, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to clear coat it. So for once on this build, I'm going to take the easy way, and I think natural is going to look very, very nice.
More than you intend. Instead of taking that picture, you'll never look back at it again.
So now that I have done my 8 clear coats and they have dried, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of steel wool. I know it's not the nicest of materials, but it does give some nice results, so I use it, even though I don't like it. It's gonna flatten the finish nicely, and then after I'm gonna hit it with some Renaissance wax, which is gonna give it a final finish, which is not too shiny. But yeah, I like it a lot. Also, I like my guitars to have a nice surface which reflects the wood a bit more. So I didn't do any grain filling or anything, so you can still feel the grains. But with the wax, it's gonna be nice and soft. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. Okay, so I decided to use Gretsch Filtertrons as my pickups. I read online that it's really nice on 12 strings, so yeah, gonna give it a shot. The thing is though, for some reason Gretsch doesn't, well, produce them the same way. So this is the bridge and this is the neck. The neck pickups, they have these ears for some reason, and I couldn't find any place where I could buy them both in the same version, which is weird, but they just, yeah, don't have them. So I'm gonna have to grind off these ears so that everything fits into the cavity. After that, I'm gonna do some relatively simple electronics for what I'm used to. Just 3-way switch, volume tone, that's it. Easy peasy. I have complicated my life enough. Yeah, why do complicated electronics? I mean, could have put some LEDs in there though. Okay, time to make the back cavity cover. Truth be told, I already did 2 of those. One, the lines didn't align perfectly, so I thought, hey, gotta do it again. So actually I used it as a test piece for the blue paints that I was gonna use on the front, which I didn't end up using. So that one was scrapped. Then I did this one. It lined up perfectly, but I thought it looked a little bit bland. So yeah, I was gonna go through with it, but then I actually drilled a hole through it while I was doing the holes for the magnets. So that was, I thought that was a sign, so scrap this one too. And so I purchased some sheet metal, which I'm gonna use to make the back cavity cover. Obviously it's gonna defeat the whole weight relief thing, but I think it's gonna look very nice. And we'll make some sparks fly.
You're in the wrong place, honey. If there are expectations to be met, you're in the wrong place, honey. Just like the fifth song in a boring DJ set. You're in the wrong place, honey. If there are expectations to be met, you're in the wrong place, honey. Just like the fifth song in a boring DJ set.
Well, that's a lot of tuning, huh?
Okay, so now that she's ready, it's time to take her for a spin. The idea is I will be running through these pickup configurations, do some gain stages and everything. So I'm gonna do left side bridge position, right side the neck position, and all the soloing will be done on the middle position. And yeah, enjoy what I put together for you.